Okay, people who use artificial sweeteners in place of sugar tend to be heavier than people who use sugar. Does this mean that artificial sweeteners cause weight gain? Okay, and we've talked about this in class. People make arguments like this all the time. Give a more plausible explanation for this association. Um, well, chances are one of the reasons people are using artificial sweeteners is because they want to cut down sugar because they already are overweight, or because they are heavier, or because they're out of shape, or whatever it is. And so if they're already starting off like that, then of course they're going to be heavier. Um, and so that's why they're using artificial sweeteners. And so the sweeteners aren't the cause of weight gain. They were heavy to begin with. So that's one plausible explanation. You may have thought of others, and feel free to talk about it in class, because it's always good to hear other reasons and explanations as well. All right, something might also be that people that use artificial sweeteners, just thought about this, might think, hey, I'm going to diet instead of try to exercise to lose weight, when we know that you need to do both. And so if you're just using artificial sweeteners and you're not exercising, you might not be losing weight. So something else to think about. All right, 43, learning online. Many colleges offer online versions of courses that are also taught in the classrooms. It often happens that students who enroll in the online version do better than the classroom students on the course exams. This does not show that online instruction is more effective than classroom teaching, because the people who sign up for online courses are often quite different than classroom students. That is a true statement, I would think. Not I would think, I know so. Just from my own experience. Suggest some differences between online and classroom students that might explain why do online students do better. Why do online students do better? At least based on the evidence that they have for this problem. What are some of the reasons? Well, might they be more motivated? In that if you're going to take an online class, you have to do it on your own, certainly. You have to, sit down in front of the computer by yourself. You have to carve out time in your own day to do it. There's that aspect of it. Nobody's forcing you to do it. So if you're going to do it, you got to do it yourself. My wife took a class last summer, and she would get up every day and take care of it. And I would always wonder, man, there's so much other stuff to do. But she would jump on that and do it right away. Very motivated. Why else? What are some other reasons that they want to do better? Maybe they want to get the class done quicker. If it's, like that summer class, you could get it done as fast as you want. So go, get it done, study hard. You don't have to stretch it out over 15 weeks. Could be a time thing. While some of the test results might be because there's some cheating going on and getting extra help, I don't think that's you can't make a blanket statement for everybody, but certainly that is a factor that you have to look into and discuss when it comes to online courses or test results, or I don't know, the security policy and things like that. Maybe they come into school and take it. I don't know. Other differences that you might explain. For that, big differences. That to me, that's the biggest thing. Is just the self-starter, go get 'em attitude kind of thing. Maybe if you're an online person, you're more apt to do more research on your own. You're more independent, and so you tend to learn better that way instead of being around others and so forth. So just an independence thing. Okay, and 44, last but certainly not least, grade inflation in the SAT. Lurking variables can be surprising when individuals are divided into groups. In recent years, the mean SAT score of all high school seniors has increased. So the mean SAT score has increased. But the mean SAT score has decreased for students in each of the grades. Okay, explain how grade inflation in high school, which is a lurking variable, can account for this pattern. How can grade inflation in high school account for this pattern of um, the mean SAT score increased but decreased for individual for each level of grades? Okay, so first of all, I guess it's understanding what is grade inflation. Grade inflation is me giving a C student what they deserve and given. A C student gets a B. A B student gets an A. A D student gets a C, and so forth. So this is inflation. So they're getting higher grades than what they really deserve. Okay, so how does that make for for SAT scores decreasing for students at each level of grades? Well, if I look at students that are on, this is given on the report cards. If I look at all the B students on the report cards, here's all my B students, and look at their SAT scores. Well, if there's a lot of grade inflation going on, they're not really B students, they're really C students. So I would expect their SAT scores to go down. A students, they're not really A students, they're really B students. So I would expect their SAT scores to be lower than what they've been in the past because there's more students getting A's that shouldn't be getting A's, and so forth. Okay. Now, how is it that all of the scores increased? Well, because we're still teaching kids more. We're still teaching them how to, the content on the course or on the test, and so they're learning the content. It's just overall the kids are getting smarter because we're doing a better job of teaching what needs to be learned, but individually they're getting the scores for each band are going down. Okay, does that make sense? We're going to talk about that a little bit more, something called Simpsons Paradox that we'll hit on in class on Wednesday. How you can look at a total of something, be one direction, but individually they all tend to go in the other direction, and what does it really mean, and go from there. Okay, there you have it.